In the Impact segment tonight, fresh trouble for Hillary Clinton. The Wall Street Journal reports that a series of emails from 2011 and 2012 over classified drone strikes is at the center of a criminal investigation into her private email server. On top of that, a new Fox News poll asked registered voters, do you believe Hillary Clinton is lying about how her emails were handled? 60% said yes, just 27% said no. Joining us now from Washington with reaction, Tom Fitton, president of Judicial Watch, and Richard Goodstein, an attorney and former Hillary Clinton advisor. Tom, I'll start with you. You have some news for us today. What happened with Judicial Watch today?
Well, we're trying to get testimony from Brian Pagliano, the Clinton IT official who supposedly provided support for her email server, and he told us in our deposition discovery that we have, thanks to a court order, that he's going to be asserting the Fifth Amendment in response to every question. And per the court's order, he filed an immunity agreement or immunity agreements with the court, but wants them under seal and doesn't want anyone to see them. And we're opposing that. We have to be able to ask him questions, and if he's going to assert the Fifth Amendment, our attorneys need to know what's in that immunity agreement so we can figure out what to ask and whether his Fifth Amendment claims are legitimate. And on top of that, then the administration comes in at the last minute and tells the court, yeah, we don't want that immunity agreement public anyway either, because it would get in the way of our criminal investigation.
Can you explain to the audience what an immunity agreement is? In other words, he's going to be immune from prosecution if he does a certain thing, which is?
Well, as best as I can tell, he's immune from prosecution for anything he's telling them at the Justice Department and the FBI, but he may not be immune from prosecution for anything he tells anybody else. Or so he would have us believe, but we don't see the underlying agreements. But my guess is it's something like that.
All right, so Richard, it gets uglier and uglier. Why would a staffer, why are staffers taking the Fifth, Richard?
If I was his lawyer, with everybody breathing down his neck, I would advise him to take the Fifth, too, because the fact is, you know, you just don't want to have to run any risk of prosecution. Look, you referred, Eric, to that Wall Street Journal story. Let me quote one single sentence. The vaguely worded messages, referring to the emails, did not mention the CIA, drones, or details about the militant targets. So again, if I didn't know I was on the O'Reilly Factor, I would think I was on a Saturday Night Live skit. The fact that you're making such a fuss about this, these are emails that Hillary did not.
Emails that, and by the way, Hillary did not write. We have access to. These aren't the 33,000 that she's already scrubbed and burned and shredded.
But according to the story, these are emails Hillary did not write, right? That were not marked classified. She's smart, but she's not clairvoyant. She couldn't look into the future and know what some intelligence guy down the road would say the years before. No, come on, Tom. Again, and the fact of the matter is...
She knew these emails were... Richard, you say that Hillary Clinton, when receiving these coded emails, didn't know they were about the most sensitive classified drone operations in Pakistan?
Here's how sensitive
it was. Is that what your suggestion?
Tom.
And she knew, and she should have known that she shouldn't be talking about that over these unsecure lines.
Yeah, here's how sensitive it was. In the Wall Street Journal story, that's a predicate for the segment, it says this is the worst kept secret in Pakistan, let alone the U.S., that there were daily reports when there were drone strikes in Pakistan, in the press, about where they were. So, you know, this is crazy.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's crazy, Richard. Your argument is with the Obama administration that has classified this information. It's not a Judicial Watch, it's not Republicans, it's not Donald Trump, it's the Obama administration that's classified the information.
I agree.
That's been breached by Mrs. Clinton and her aides.
All right, guys, hold on. Let me jump in here. Tom, Hillary Clinton, in an interview with Bret Baier this week, said there's zero chance that she will be indicted. What say you?
Well, I think she may be indicted. There's a serious criminal investigation going on. There may be political ramifications to the indictment that prevent the Justice Department from proceeding for political reasons, but I don't see any legal impediment to her indictment. There's no doubt she mishandled classified information. She was warned about using the BlackBerry, putting this information at risk, yet she continued to do it anyway, and she told someone to remove classified markings from a document and send it to her. Anyone else subject to that type of information or who had that information about their conduct, they'd be hauled into court a long time ago. The question is, why hasn't she been indicted yet in many respects?
Yeah, and what do you think, Richard? Listen, the FBI is doing a criminal, now we know, because the White House told us yesterday, it's a criminal investigation. That's news to us. So why hasn't she been indicted yet?
Well, again, law enforcement officials in that Wall Street Journal story said that she was not going to get indicted or the criminal charges would be brought because, again, she didn't engage in criminal conduct. Colin Powell himself, forget what he did. He said this whole thing is absurd.
Richard, stay on Hillary. Stay on Hillary. It doesn't matter what happened before Hillary. It matters what she did. Did she break the law?
Well,
Tom, did she break the law if she didn't intend to have information on the server? It just so happened to be emailing back and forth top secret classified information. Did she break the law?
They don't need to prove intent. Just doing it and knowing that you're handling and mishandling classified information. You don't need to have intent. It's the mishandling, whether it happened or not, that puts you at risk for criminal liability.
One more thing,
distinction, Richard. If you have if you have a folder, it's a top secret classified folder, and you go to the bar across the street and leave it on the bar, you forget it. You don't intend to leave it on the bar. You forget it. You've broken the law.
So if your audience wants to know when she does not get indicted, why? It's because nothing that she handled was marked classified.
Oh, of course it wasn't marked classified.
Exactly. That's why there's no criminal.
She, as well as everyone in this room right now, knows it was classified.
And she had someone to remove the markings.
This stuff was in the newspaper.
Or
this was in the newspaper in the U.S. And in Pakistan. This was not anything about this that was secret. It was well known.
All right. Great debate, guys. Thank you very much.